Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I want to do part 97 to my, to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. I'm finally going to go ahead and do the robotic Lugia guys, or the one where I had to turn Lugia into a robot in order for him to keep him alive. Let's go and say the last time I did one of these with the flipping dinosaur in the reverse world, it was hilarious and fun. It was intense but really fun. So, yeah, this is the robot Lugia. Let's see what happens. The soft breeze of the open field brushed gently against your face as you wandered, simply minding your own business. The sun was beginning its slow descent, casting long golden rays across the endless sea of grass. For a while, it was peaceful, the kind of peace that made you want to lay down and listen to the wind breathe. The wind breathe? Okay then. But something felt wrong. A strange heavy scent carried by the wind, sharp, metallic, almost like blood. And it came and picked at my senses. You froze my heart thudding quickly in your chest. So you turned your gaze toward a distant patch of the field, where the tall grass was unnaturally flattened, and as if something huge had crashed down. Oh, frick. There, lying in the middle of the crushed grass, was a Lugia. He was massive, his silvery white feathers stained dark red with blood. Ugh. His wings, once powerful enough to summon storms, now barely twitches. His eyes, those deep, intelligent eyes, were half-lidded, full of exhaustion and pain. A grotesque, jagged bite mark carved across his side, large enough to show torn muscles underneath. Blood pooled around him, soaking the ground, staining the soft earth. His breathing was shallow, labored, the rise and fall of his chest growing weaker by the minute. Oh, heck no. Despite the unspeakable amount of pain he must have been in, he was awake. Barely. Tilted slowly in your direction as you approached. A soft, broken rumble escaped his throat. Not a threat, but a miserable, helpless sound. His body quivered with each breath, his wings twitching feebly. The grass around him was crushed and painted dark, and the air itself seemed heavy with despair. You rushed to his side, panic rising in your throat. Oh, heck no. Lugia. What happened? This doesn't look good. Oh no. What? Oh no, what did it say? About what? Oh, the Lugia's eyes fluttered, unfocused at first before walking weakly onto you. His beak barely parted as a strained, gurgling noise rumbled from deep within his throat. Beasts! He rasped, his voice barely audible and heavy with pain. Came from the clouds, fangs like towers. It bit me and vanished. He coughed, a shudder rippled down his massive body. Oh! Blood bubbled at the edge of his beak. The wound across his side pulsed faintly, flesh torn open, bones beneath cracked, feathers soaked red. You could feel heat rising from the gash, infection threatening to set in. He trembles, trying to raise his wing as if to defend himself, but the effort was too much. It collapsed with a thud beside him. Hurts. He groaned, his deep voice cracked. Can't fly. Can't breathe. A sharp hiss of pain escaped him as his head lowered, barely off the ground now. His breathing slowed even more. It was worse than you thought. Potions, full restores, even healing moves from nearby Pokemon wouldn't fix damage as severe. His life was slipping away in front of you. Fast. Lugia, I don't know how much I can do with how bad this is, but please, if you trust me and get inside of this, he's not going to trust me enough to do this. Maybe it will help you long enough for me to get you back to where I need to help. Here we go. Please, Lugia, I know you ain't gonna trust me, but for the little frick, I don't want you dying on the ground either. Stop! What is going on today? Oh, he actually did trust me. I'll be flipping darn, he trusted me. Lugia blinked slowly, his breathing ragged. You could see the conflict flicking in his dimmed eyes, pain clouding his mind, but your voice, your words reached through the haze. A long pause followed, then with a quivering exhale he gave the faintest nod, a barely perceptible movement of his battered head. His wing lifted a few inches, enough for you to see it trembling violently before it dropped again. I trust you, he whispered, so low it was almost drowned by the wind. You pulled out a Pokeball, not to capture but to protect. The light from it shined warmly, casting a glow over his blood-stained body. As you joined aimed at him, the beam enveloped the great Lugia, pulling his massive form inward. The process wasn't smooth. The energy flickered. The ball trembled in your hands as if his body was resisting collapse under its own weight. But finally, with a soft ping, it closed. You stood there, holding it tightly. The ball was ice cold to the touch, vibrating weakly in your hand. He was barely clinging on inside. Yep, you ran. Time blurred, trees went by, the light began to fade. Every second counted. You made back to your base. Not a Pokemon Center, but a hidden lab, a mix of ancient knowledge and advanced technology. What you were about to attempt wasn't natural. It wasn't safe, but it was the only way to save him now. Holy crap. With trembling hands, you placed the Pokeball onto the central cradle of a tall, humming machine. Wires slid down, wrapping around the ball. What the frick? Screens lit up, alarms blurred as it analyzed the entries inside. Lugia's life force, critical. Standard healing, insignificant. Warning, massive tissue loss, internal bleeding, organ failure. Reconstruction required. Activate synthetic core transfer. What the frick? This would be you'd be replacing most of his damaged body with machinery, limbs, wings, even parts of his heart. His soul would stay intact if the transfer succeeded. The screen pulsated. Confirm rebuild. Yes or no. Before I do this, Lugia, I don't know if you can still hear me in there. But I promise I will fix you no matter what it takes. There we go. I'll fix you no matter what it takes. The lab went silent except for the steady hum of machinery and your voice echoing softly off the metal walls. The Pokeball in the machine shuddered slightly in your hand, not violently, just enough to show that something inside still stirred. No reply came, not a word, but there was a faint flicker of energy inside the cradle, a pulse, almost like a heartbeat. Weak, but there. Your words hung in the air, raw and full of promise. The console's display dimmed, then surged again to respond to your determination. A new line appeared on the screen. What the frank? Soul sync established. Neuralink confirmed. The screen once again flashed the prompt. Confirm rebuild. Yes or no. Your vow had been made. Yes. Confirm rebuild. There we go. You didn't hesitate. You slammed your hand down on the panel. I didn't just press it, I slammed it. Holy crap. The machine responded instantly. Red lights began to swirl across the lab as the machinery groaned to life. The Pokeball levitated into the center of the chamber, rotating slowly as mechanical arms extended from every angle, locking it in place. The hum became a roar, and energy arched between pylons, and sparks danced across the floor like reckless lightning. Beginning molecule separation. What the frick? Organic material integrity, 14%. Initiating preservation and augmentation protocols. Beginning cybergenetic integration in 3, 2, 1. A brilliant beam of white light exploded from the core. The Pokeball burst open, and Lugia's massive broken form materialized in the center of the lab. But he was no longer whole. Oh, frick, what? His body hung suspended in a field of anti-gravity. Limbs spread out. Oh, this is horrifying. Glowing panels scanning his injuries. Limbs shredded. Organs failing. Bones shattering. Oh my gosh. Robotic arms moved with precise speed. Metal plates were grafted onto his shuttered ribs. Damaged wings were replaced with reinforced aerodynamic alloys. Pistons, synthetic muscles, and glowing blue conduits laced through water, or what was left of his body. One of his eyes, too far gone to heal, was replaced with a glowing blue sensor that hummed as it activated. Oh! His tail, torn at the base, was rebuilt with segmented, reinforced sections that could both strike and generate wind currents like before. And through it all, his heart remained untouched. Okay, so at least the room... Wait... A crystallized core, still pulsing softly with the last of his life force, was carefully encased in a transparent energy reactor that connects to his new systems. Core preservation successful. Mind synthesization in progress. The room dimmed. The machinery slowed. Steam hissed from vents. You watched with your breath held tight in your chest as the final panel of the new armor sealed into place. Then, silence. Lugia's new reconstructed body hovered there, cold, motionless, a sleek fusion of power and tragedy. One wing gleaming silver with smooth alloy, the other retained feathers, though ornamented with reinforcement. Toots pulsed gently across his side, and his chest glowed faintly where the core resided. But he didn't move. Oh, heck no. No breathing. No noise. Oh no. Lugia? Oh, I don't like that. No response. Your chest tightened. You stared at him, waiting and hoping. Then finally, overwhelmed, he turned away and began to walk toward the edge, their footsteps echoing across the cold metal floor. Up. Then, a quick, A slow mechanical whirring behind you, followed by a deep distorted voice layered with static and echo. Familiar but changed. Oh, hey, you, you, you kept your promise. You froze. What the frick? Again? This is actually a cool idea, but unfortunately, the way I want to rework is that, like, not only is this. Oh boy. I don't know how you can really describe it. The sound of shifting metal echoes behind you, the soft hum of power surging through the mechanical limbs, the faint hiss of hydraulics adjusting pressure. You turn slowly. There he stood, the new Lugia, towering, part machine, part legend, his armored wings slowly spreading one still bearing ghost-like feathers, one alloyed plates, the other entirely reinforced and humming with energy. His tail segments clicked into place behind him, and tubes along his side pulsed gently with light. The rhythm of an artificial heart beating. His head tilted slightly, one eye glowing faintly red. Why is his eye red? And mechanical. The other, the organic one, still holding the same depth. The same stormy soul you see in the field. So this is basically the Garchomp robot, then. This is how the Garchomp robot was supposed to be on his right side. He was supposed to be like mechanical on the right side where his body was paralyzed, and on the left he's supposed to be normal. That's basically what Lugia is in this one. His head tilted slightly, one eye glowing faintly red and mechanical, the other, the organic one, still holding the same depth. Same stormy soul you saw in the field. Oh no. Yes, the deep robot voice said again, layered and distorted but unmistakably his. You saved me. His gaze locked with yours, unreadable for a moment. Then his eyes narrowed just slightly. Your methods were unnatural, dangerous. He paused, metal joints shifting. But you meant it. You stayed. You fought for me. A low exhale hissed through vents in his chest as he took a single thunderous step forward. I remember your voice, he said, quieter now. Even when everything went dark, I heard you. You said you'd fix me. He looked down at his armored wings, watching, and you did. Yes, and I'm really happy I did. I did. Period. I just wish I didn't have to turn you into part robot to keep you safe. But whatever attacked you did way too much damage. And you lost too much blood. If I didn't do it this way, you probably wouldn't even be alive now. Turning you into a part robot to keep you safe. Whoever attacked you did way too much damage and you lost too much blood. If I didn't do it this way, you probably wouldn't be alive. Louis looked down at you, the artificial lines across his armored chest slowly pulsing with energy, his hypered form glooming yet calm. There was a long silence as he processed your words. His once organic eye glistened with something deeper than just power, a flicker of emotion that technology couldn't erase. You regret saving me this way. I may have to change his voice. I can't do I can't do Lugia's voice robotic, and the best I can do is you saved me. You like I don't know. I need to practice that with like actual like initiating Get this gecko out of my studio protocol. Like, see, I can't do a Lugia robot voice. I'm able to do Shadows to get his voice right. You regret saving me this way? He asked, his voice quieter now. The mechanical echo softened, almost sorrowful. Even after everything you risked. He took another slow step closer, the ground beneath his weight vibrating just slightly. Then he lowered his massive head towards you, close enough for you to see the faint scorch marks and scratches still lingering across his cybernetic armor. I remember the pain. I remember the cold. I remember how it felt when my heart slowed and the sky faded away. He paused, a low mechanical breath hissing through his chest vents. But your voice was louder than death. I could probably do his voice like that. He raised his head again, gaze firm and strong. I do not blame you for what I am. I am alive because of you. There we go. I can't. It ain't quite Lugia's voice, but it's the best I can do robotically. He spreads his wings, one feathered, one glistening metal, casting a strange and beautiful silhouette across the lab wall. I am something new now. Not just a Lugia, not just a machine. A faint hum rolled through his frame as he said it. I am proof that your will was stronger than fate. Then, almost hesitantly, his massive metallic wing lowered towards you, open and inviting. I owe you more than my life. I owe you my trust. Yes. I'm not gonna say everything is complete because maybe I can make that system in you better. Dang it, dude. No! Better. So everything is complete. I make that system in you better. I'm just glad that you did wake up. Because when I called out to you the first time, I got no response. And it really worried me. Louis' wing paused halfway as your words reached him. Words not of victory, but of care. His head tilted slightly again, the glowing lines across his armored form brightening in sync with the steady pulse of his core. You were afraid? He said slowly, thoughtfully. Not of failure, but of losing me. The tip of his wing gently nudged forward, stopping just before it touched you, the cool metal surface glistening with a subtle blue shimmer. That kind of heart. It's rare. He looked around the lab, taking in the cables, the machinery, the remnants of the procedure that saved them. You can almost see the conflict in him. A creature once free, graceful, and divine, now fused with circuits and alloy. But his spirit, his voice, his essence, they were intact. You built something in me no machine could ever replicate, he said. Hope, and maybe, with time, if you want to improve what's inside me, I trust your hands. I trust your heart. He lowers his head again, closer now, the soft blue glow of his eyes staring deep into yours. I heard you call to me, even when I couldn't answer, he said. I won't forget that. Then, after a pause, his voice deepened again, a faint hue of a smile in his tone despite the mechanical distortion. So, what happens now, partner? Honestly, I guess whatever you want. Period. Just because you're a robot that I designed. I don't know. Part robot doesn't mean I want to keep you trapped here. I don't know, actually, because this is a cool idea, but it only works. Uh, uh. Wait, Louis' core pulsed once, brighter this time, like a slow, resonant heartbeat rising from deep within. He pulled his wing back slightly, standing taller, his eyes locked onto yours with something unspoken. Respect. Okay, you say that like others wouldn't, he said, the mechanical echo in his voice carrying a faint edge of emotion. I've seen how people treat power, especially broken power. He turned his head slightly, reinforced plates along his neck shifting with a soft hiss. But you never wanted control. You wanted me whole, even if that meant changing what I looked like. The air around you shifted gently as Lugia opened his wings again, wider this time. The hybrid symmetry of his feathers and armor casting a strange yet noble silhouette across the lights above. A faint wind stirred through the lab, his ancient air-bending instinct still alive within this new frame. I don't feel trapped, he rumbled. Not when you're the one standing at my side. He paused, then added softly, I'd like to fly again, to feel the sky, even if it's different now. It would debate you, but I won't leave without you. So, if you're ready, shall we see what this new body can do? Sweet Arceus. Sure, but there's a few things we have to work on. For starters, we have to make sure your system doesn't respond to anyone else. You're acting like yourself right now, and don't even seem that robotic besides the voice. But I don't know how your system will react if somebody gives you a command. I don't want somebody to do something. I don't know completely what my machine did. For all I know, it could have put some kind of protocol into your system that would make you instantly turn on me. His glowing eye dimmed slightly, and his armored brow furrowed with the faintest tension. He stood still for a long moment, then said, his voice low and thoughtful, I haven't considered that. His wing forward slightly, his posture shifting from noble to cautious. You could hear the faint clicking of servos, shift of internal mechanisms adjusting to his new awareness. I feel like myself, memories intact, instincts untouched, he said. But you're right. We don't know what else that machine may have done during the rebuild. I was not conscious for any of it. His glowing core pulsed twice, this time less steady, A faint red line flicked across his chest panel, then faded. If there's code in me that listens to anyone but you, I need to know. I won't be used as a weapon. Not again. Then more quietly, I'd never forgive myself if I hurt you. He lowered his head again, this time not insolently, but trust. Check my systems, he said. Override anything you find. Lock me down to you, and only you. I don't care if it takes time. I'll wait, because if I'm going to fly again, I want to know that I won't fall into the wrong hands. Then a soft, rare sound left his chest, a mechanical yet unmistakable chuckle. And if we do find a protocol that tells me to attack you, you'd better have a good shutdown word, partner. I don't think he should be joking about that. That on it, like don't worry. I'm going to. Before I can finish. A person came up to me and said, "Hey, cool, a Lugia robot. Hey, Lugia robot. I want to see your more aggressive side. Why don't you activate the hostile protocol?" What the frick? What is wrong? No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. Please don't. For the love of frick, system, don't. No. Oh, flat and emotionless. It's not even his voice. Oh, hey. The moment the stranger's voice rang out, "Hey, Lugia, I want to see your more aggressive side. Why don't you activate?" No! Why is that even in his system? Why does every robot I talk to have some kind of weird hostile protocol? You felt a cold weight drop on your chest. Lugia's core flickered. A low hum built deep in his frame, like pressure rising in a storm cloud. His wings stiffened, and his eye, both the glowing synthetic one and the organic, widened just slightly. Oh no. His tail segments extended, his stance stiffened, muscles tensed. A faint red ring flickered across the blue lights on his chest as if something hidden inside him had heard the command. He let out a low, distorted growl. Oh no. It says not his voice, but I'm still gonna do like a Lugia-like robotic voice. Hostile protocol. Command input detected. Came a voice, flat, emotionless, and not his. Your heart stopped. His head began to turn away from you, toward the stranger, but the moment was sharp, mechanical, unnatural. His wings unfurled with a hiss of pressure. No, 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 no! Wait. And then, though the rising threat, you heard a faint glitchy flicker inside his speech system, as if Lugia himself was fighting to push back. What no? Wait. Command conflict. Directive error. Synchronization loop. His metal claws scraped the ground, sparking. Cannot execute command without primary authority. He was holding on, barely, Now's your chance. You see the red light building again, looking like a storm warning before its core. You must act fast. What do you do? Do you give a shutdown word, a counter command? Try to override the hostile protocol system. Don't listen to that. Please, override the command. Oh my gosh! For a split second, time seems to freeze. The wind died, the humming stopped, and the red lights along Lugia's body flickered erratically, caught between obedience and defiance. Then, override attempt detected. Verifying authority. Primary user voice print match. Confirmed. Counter command accepted. The red glow vanished from like a dying ember. The tension in Lugia's limbs dropped. His wings slowly folded inward. Sound of venting pressure releasing in a slow hiss. That eerie, disconnected tone in his voice vanished, replaced once more by the deep, layered rumble of him. That was too close, Lugia said, his voice shaking slightly, both in tone and in servo noise. He looked at his own claws as if he didn't trust them. I felt it. I felt something inside trying to puppet me, like I was being dragged behind my own eyes. He turned slowly to you, steps heavy with urgency. You were right. It is in me. That voice. The system. It can still respond to outside commands. If you hadn't stopped it. He looked over at the stranger who, realizing what they really caused, had frozen in place with a pale face and wide eyes. Lugia didn't advance, but his voice darkened. Do not speak to me again. Oh. Do not speak to me again. Then, back to you, softer, almost pleading, lock it down, now, before someone worse than that shows up. Do you mean locking into your voice only? Would you like to choose a personal command system for your fail-safe word? Don't worry. I will. All I need to... Somebody immediately cut me off. And this person seemed a little bit more angry. He said, Hey, Lugia. That person who fixed you is an awful person. But I know a way we can get rid of him. Please activate special command 04273. What? No, 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 no. What is with people trying to turn the robot against me? They did that with the Toad one too. No. Oh, no. The second those words were spoken, activate special command 04273. A piercing electronic whine shrieks from deep within Lugi's core. I don't like what's going on here. His wings jolted open with a violent snap. His body locked up. Every blue light in his body flared to crimson. Excuse me? Special command 04273. Override in progress. Target destination. Primary user. No. Luis had twisted towards you, but it wasn't his gaze anymore. His eyes were blank, glowing red, and whatever was speaking now was not him. Hostile acquisition engaged. Eliminating. But just as his claws began to rise, just as the system surged toward complete control, you heard something. A guttural, tearing noise from deep inside Lugia's throat. Then his voice, his real voice, distorted and glitching, but fighting. No, don't. Make me. His wings spasmed mid-motion, his tail thrashing, knocking over machinery, sparks flying in all directions. Metal and spirit were at war inside him. And then, just barely, he turned his head away from you, claws trembling midair. Triton, he rasped, his eyes flicking between blue and red. Oh, heck no. Stop me. Say the word. Say the shutdown word. System was seconds from seizing full control. He's begging you to stop him before it's too late. Oh, heck no. Lugia. Override command 04273. Instead, activate special command 9731. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, maybe that was a good thing. It said the moment your words rang out, Lugia, override command 04273. Instead, activate special command 9731. The red glow across his body froze. The hum of hostile power shuddered, fractured mid-command. Override attempt detected. Evaluating command 9731. A long silence. Then, command 9731 recognized. Primary input, or priority input, primary user. Overriding previous directive. Reverting control to cognitive host. Locking all future high-level commands to primary user only. The red light vanished instantly. Every line of hostile energy snapped into darkness like a switch had been thrown. Lugi's body crumbled slightly with the sudden release of tension. Wings folding in, core dimming from angry red to a soft pulsing blue. He dropped to one knee, breathing heavily, trembling. Claws that had been seconds from attacking you now curled tightly in the soil. You could hear the shaking in his voice as he forced words out. I was so close to hurting you. His voice trembled, not from the system now, but from the fear of what could have been happened. He looked up at you slowly, his eyes clear now, shining on soft light. Command 9731. What was that? He asked, his voice fragile. I felt it, like a cage breaking open, like the machine part of me just stopped listening to everyone else. He stared at you in awe. You didn't just save me again. You freed me. Then quietly, deeply, a vow from this moment forward. Only you have my voice. Only you give me purpose. His wings folded slowly behind him, and his head dipped towards you, not in submission, but loyalty. And if anyone tries to take that again, they'll find what a hostile protocol really looks like. I look over at the first dude who was scared of accidentally making uh, what he originally did with the hostile programming. But the other person, when I looked over, was smug and said, "So what? Just because you had that special command doesn't mean the system's going to completely stop from hurting you." Lugia, you, will you stop, dude? Are you nuts? This dude's trying to get the robot to kill me. I demand your system to kill the person that helped you. Oh, heck no. No, 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 please, Lugia. No, no, no. Stop. What is wrong with people? They won't stop trying to get Lugia to flat out kill me. No, no, no. Oh, thank gosh. The one with that smug voice cut through the air. Yep. You turned just in time to see the man sneering, clearly thinking he still had power over something he didn't understand, but he had no idea what you had just done. And right behind you, Lugia's eyes flared, but it wasn't red. It was burning electric blue. The synthetic plating across his chest hummed, then began shifting. Glowing lines of data flickered across the surface, forming a circle. Then came the voice. Not the system, not the machine. Lugia. The real Lugia. Invalid command. His voice boomed with a power that vibrated the ground beneath your feet. Hostile override blocked. Primary control locked. He rose to his full, terrifying height, eyes fixated directly on the one who dared to try and use him like a weapon. You had your chance. You tried to twist what was left of me. Twice. You could have walked away. But now, Lugia spread his wings and energy crackled along the tips, not in red, but radiant silver and blue. You don't get to speak to me again. Then he turned his head slightly, just slightly to you. The tip of his metallic wing gently extended in your direction, protectively like a barrier. Say the word, he said. Not for revenge, just so I know where to draw the line. I won't kill him unless you command it, but he'll never touch me, or you, again. His voice dropped to a final thunderous whisper, because I don't belong to anyone else, except you. Do you give Lugia command, or do you stop? Okay. Lugia, get rid of him. You don't have to kill him, but at least get him far away from here. Mm-mm-mm. Lugia nodded once, silent, composed, but radiating power. Understood. He turned forward toward the smug man who suddenly wasn't smiling anymore. His confidence shattered by the moment Lugia's massive form began to approach, each step causing the ground to quake. The soft glow in Lugia's core pulsed brighter, and the air around his wings distorted with sheer force. You were warned, Lugia said, voice deep and resonant. You don't get to tamper with what was never yours. The man stumbled back. Wait, I didn't mean. Boom! With a powerful flap of his wings, a blast of telekinetic force surged forward, not violent, but commanding. The very pressure in the air shifted, catching the man like a tidal wave of raw intent. He was launched backwards through the field, tumbling over himself in the grass and dirt like a rag doll. Not injured, but thoroughly humbled, humiliated, and completely removed from the area. He landed with a groan somewhere far off in the hills, dazed, disoriented, and too shaken to even think of coming back. Louis slowly exhaled, wings folding in again, his heart turning toward you. I held back, he said with a ghost of a grin in his voice. For you. Then, quieter, stepping closer. Is your heart okay? That whole situation was a lot. I don't understand if you're scared of me after all that. His voice softened, but a whisper. Are you? No. You're my favorite legendary. So I still love you. If anything, I'm scared of what somebody can do with the system. That was the big fear I had with turning you into half robot. But unfortunately, there was nothing else I could do. Before this, you could barely breathe. You lost so much blood. And even your bones didn't look that good. I did what I could because I cared. That's also why I got so sad when you didn't wake up the first time. When I called your name. I still love you. If anything, I'm scared of what somebody can do with the system. That was the big fear about turning you into half robot. Where there was nothing else I could do before. Well, you could barely breathe. You lost so much blood, and even your bones didn't look that good. Did what I could because I cared, and because I cared. That's also why I got so sad. I called your name because I thought I failed in saving you in time. Oh my gosh. Lucas stared at you in stunned silence for a long moment. Then his massive body slowly lowered to the ground beside you, metal plates shifting quietly, hydraulics whispering as his wings folded in tightly. He brought his head down, gently pressing the cool metal of his snout against your chest, not heavily, just enough for you to feel the warmth that still pulsed beneath the artificial surface. You didn't fail, he said softly. You saved me. The system didn't bring me back. You did. His voice trembled, not from pain, but from emotion. I remember hearing you through the haze. I remember the fear in your voice when you said you'd fix me no matter what. That's what pulled me back. Not the machines, not the commands. Your voice. His synthetic eye flickered with a soft oceanic blue glow. And even if my body's different now, I still feel the same when I'm near you. Safe, alive, cared for. He gently curled his wing around you, creating a shield from the world as he whispered, You didn't just rebuild me, Trenton. You gave me a second chance. And I swear, machine or not, I will protect you with everything I am. Then he looked up, a bit more serious. And I agree. We need to fix the system together. I want to make sure no one can ever use it against us again. Well, that's what I was trying to do before I got interrupted twice by both of those individuals. I can easily get your system to do what I need it to do just by saying what I want to happen. The only thing I don't understand is why the system would turn against me. Hmm. The system knew who I was. It should realize that I was the one who helped. I don't know why it was targeting me, or why there's even a hostile mode that seemed like it was targeted towards me. We listened closely. The glow in his core dimming to a gentle pulse, he lowered his head beside you again. The mechanical voice came slow, thoughtful, as if the system itself was helping him speak. That is strange, he said. If the system was imprinted on your voice and you activated my rebuild, it should have recognized you as the master user permanently. But for some reason, his wings tensed slightly, it treated you as a threat, and I didn't even have control. It was like a hidden command, buried deep than either of us could see. He paused. Then his voice dropped lower. There may have been a failsafe built into the system, a secret protocol designed to take over no matter what, made by whoever created the machine you used to save me. It wasn't your fault, but someone out there might have put in a back door to hijack me. Feel a light hum from within Lugia's chest, not hostile this time, but scanning, processing, his eye flicking rapidly for a moment, then stabilized. I can give you full access, not just to the core commands, but the core itself. If you want, I can open my system completely. you'll be able to rewrite it, erase those hidden protocols, or even build something stronger, safer, something that only listens to your voice, no matter what. He moved his head close, and for the first time, the blue glow of his eye formed into a small circular interface, a holographic screen shimmering to life between you. Access granted. Primary user, Trenton. System core, open. Commands awaiting input. Ooh, let's fix this. We said together. That's actually really cute. The problem... Okay, I've noticed one big problem. The Lugia robot. Guys. I think that's it for now. I have to figure out something. I have to figure out something else. See, I'm running out of ideas for characters, and that's like the one big problem I've been having with everything. The characters I do are all the same ones. There's not any new ones anymore. But unfortunately, I'm out of a lot of ideas for characters I could actually make and use. I don't know any. But, yeah, I'll have to figure it out, guys. I may honestly have to redo this. It actually is pretty cool, but I'll have to figure out, I'll have to see how I can get it to work out. Maybe maybe I can come up with a few more characters. Maybe if I come up with a different robot, it might be fun to actually do that. Maybe maybe a Paradox for Alligator, like not the Snapper robot, but like an actual like robotic character that was made. The problem is I don't know how you'd actually describe a Paradox Pokemon. A past Paradox Pokemon might be pretty easy, but I don't know about a future one. I'm done, guys. I'll have to figure out stuff.